Hello, Jessica.
Hello.
So, what made you say yes to Miss Sloane in the first place?
I was really excited by the character because I didn't know what she was going to do next, you know? She says in the beginning of the film, the trick is to make sure that you surprise them. And I feel like that's her motto for the film, and I feel like that's the motto for even the story, is that you don't know what's going to happen next. She really pushes against the stereotype of what you expect a woman to be or to do, and that was interesting to me because I like saying like a woman can be anything and kind of like taking my elbows and trying to shake off that wall of what the stereotype and the status quo is. And so
It might be a stereotype, but a woman sometimes has to wear a mask among men to fit in this kind of business. So do you think it's her real nature, or does she wear a mask?
I think in any industry where there's one group that controls the industry, the minority who's working there is in some way has to either work harder or present themselves in a way that they will be accepted by the group. I think when in the film industry, in politics, in anything where there isn't balance, when there isn't gender balance or a balance in terms of ethnicities, when it's, you know, when you have an imbalance and no diversity, you don't have a healthy work environment. And so I think the only way I have no blame for Elizabeth for presenting herself the way that she has to, because I think it is a requirement when there isn't balance in a work environment that you have to protect yourself.
And what's motivating her actions? Is it her values?
You know, in the beginning when we meet her, she's a conservative, and she leaves her conservative firm and moves to a bipartisan to work on a bipartisan gun lobby, which is crazy, and her colleagues at her original firm tell her that. I think throughout the story we see this woman who was she was a gun for hire. She was like an assassin who was really, all she cared about was winning, and it was like a game to her. And then throughout the story she finds her humanity. And I think that happens through her friendship with Esme, played by Gugu. And I think that character really forces Elizabeth to confront how she treats people and to ask herself why she does the things she does.
Like you said, she's really ambitious. Do you think ambition means that you have to give up everything else?
I think for Elizabeth, because her goal is to be the best, is to win, and she's working in an environment, you know, Washington, D.C. is a boys' club. For women, it's very difficult for women to succeed, as we've seen in the last election. There's a lot of sexism there.
Amen.
So, no, it's true. There's a lot of sexism in politics. And so I don't think a woman has to give up a lot to have ambition. I think it's a normal thing for a woman to be ambitious, to be a perfectionist, to want to do a good job at her profession. And I think the media needs to change the way they view women who are that way. You know, in the past, and a lot of people have said this, women of power, is that they're always the struggle of when you present yourself as a leader, sometimes the media or society goes, whoa, it's too aggressive. You know, a woman's not supposed to be aggressive. But I think a woman can be anything she wants to be.
You are a successful actress today. Has it ever happened during your career, in retrospect, that you thought, oh, maybe I'm not gonna make it, maybe I'm going to give up?
You know, definitely when I was first living in Los Angeles, I couldn't get auditions for films, and it was 4 years before actually I felt like something started to click in with my career. I wasn't thinking I was going to give up acting. I never thought that, but it was very difficult time. But I took that time and I tried to create a schedule for myself that would continue to inspire me and continue to remind me that I was an actor. And I think that's what anyone has to do in that situation.
Kevin Spacey said about House of Cards that as an actor, he had no say about politics. So you, as an actress, played in several engaged in political movies. Would you agree with him?
Listen, I'm not a politician, and I don't intend to be a politician. I don't intend to run for office. But in in the United States, when you're an American, you have the First Amendment. You have the right to free speech and say whatever you feel. And I think that someone being an actor or a singer or whatever your profession is, it doesn't take away your right to the First Amendment. So before I'm an actress, I'm a human being and I exercise my right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.